Hey, I got no idea what to do for a cold open.
Well, why don't we just preemptively apologize for all the mispronunciations of the Japanese terminology we're about to slaughter?
Yes. Stay tuned. And welcome back to Worth the Dram. I am Red.
I'm Grim. This is your home for whiskey reviews, rising opinions, and highball humor.
Yes, because this Suntory Toki is generally sold as a highball mixer.
Yeah.
But we'll get into that later.
There's normally a little more time for my chapters, but today we're looking at Suntory whiskey.
Toki. A little bit of background, a little bit of history. Grim, take it away. What's up?
So Suntory got its beginnings in 1899.
Nice.
I don't know why. I don't know, just All right. So it was founded by Shinjiro Tori.
Yes.
Who he opened the first Tori Shoten store in Osaka, Japan.
Okay.
Around that time. And in those humble beginnings is where he launched the Akadama sweet wine.
I think that's good. That's good.
So I mean, it could be Akadama, it could be Akadama. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm with Grim on this one. I got no idea. We're trying our best.
Anyway, so that Akadama sweet wine was a wild success.
Yeah.
So Tori got his inspiration to start distilling his own whiskey during his tours of Scotland, and sampling the different scotches from the regions that he visited.
Yeah.
He set out to create the first Japanese whiskey, really capitalizing on the distinct climate and geography of the Yamazaki region.
Okay, cool.
Just outside Kyoto.
Yeah. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
That reminds me of a little bit of High West, because the folks who started High West went to the Maker's Mark Distillery, and it was like, hey, this is pretty cool. I want to do this too. So they went and was like, we're going to go to Utah, and we're going to make our own whiskey. This is like on a global scale. So.
Yeah. All right, so on a much larger scale than what we experience, like all of the whiskey that we drink inspires me to make my own whiskey, which I haven't started yet, so I just drink more.
Yes. Well, I mean, it's research at this point.
Yeah.
I think is what it is.
I take notes, which makes it, that draws a line between playing around and actual research.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I like it.
According to Adam Savage.
And the scientific method.
Anyway, so he built the Yamazaki distillery in 1918 against the wishes of his company's managers.
Yeah.
Yeah. Company director.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like the board of directors, like,
yeah,
hey,
pretty much.
You shouldn't do this.
Yeah, like this is going to be a wild failure.
Yeah.
And it turns out, in 1924, he began his own distillation, and in 1929, he released his first whiskey, which was a colossal failure. That was called the Shirafuda whiskey, which I believe translates to white label.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah.
Nice. Fun fact. The Yamazaki distillery is the first whiskey distillery in Japan. And Shinjiro Tori is the first Japanese master blender.
That is a fun fact.
It is. It's pretty cool. Pride drove Tori to release, try again, right? First one failed. So try again. Went for a second release called Kakubin?
Close enough.
Close enough.
We
Which
did
means
apologize.
Square.
Square bottle.
Square bottle.
Yep.
Square bottle. And it became the heart and soul of Japanese whiskey culture. In 2014, Suntory was acquired by Jim Beam. No, Suntory acquired Jim Beam.
There you go.
2014, Suntory said, hey, we like that Beam. Bought Jim Beam.
Slid right up in their DMs and be like, hey.
Hey, here's a cool $16 billion.
$16 billion?
$16 billion to buy Jim Beam and the subsidiaries.
Okay, all right. Just the concept of a billion just blows my mind.
Yeah.
Like a million seconds is like 12 days, and a billion seconds is 31 years.
Yeah. No, it's crazy. And it's 16 31 years worth of dollars.
Wow,
so
man,
at the time...
Your math is like... it's like right on, man.
At the time that Suntory bought Jim Beam, They were the third largest producer of distilled spirits worldwide. The whiskey, I like the whiskey history and drinking whiskey, and then the business side of it blows my mind because it's like,
I usually don't care for the business side
Yeah.
that much.
I'm a nerd, I guess. That's all I got.
Well, hey, I got a little bit more. Yeah, go ahead.
That's probably what's our porn.
You've got that over there. So we're getting full here.
We are. Do you want to take a snifferizer before we put that in there?
No, drop it in first. Actually, yeah, go ahead. All right, so, okay. It's sweet. Is it twist off? Suntory Toki, which is translated as time.
Toki time.
Suntory, yeah, sorry. So, yes, Suntory Distillery, Toki, time. It was first released in 2016 and is a blend of 3 other Suntory whiskeys. There's the Yamazaki, Hakushu, and Cheetah. Could be Kaida, I don't know.
I think it's cheat.
Cheetah?
Yeah. The one time I heard it said, I was pretty sure it was cheetah.
I'm going to put them all right there,
Yeah, that's a good idea.
and you can read them.
And you can also correct our pronunciation in the comments. I would appreciate it.
You know, it's a little grain heavy, but the Toki is actually balanced more towards the single malt side
Yeah.
with the Yamazaki and the Hakusha. Yes, Hakushu.
Hakushu.
And then the Cheetah is included for a little extra sweetness.
Nice.
So
Nice.
that being said, Yamazaki and Hakushu are both single malt whiskeys,
Yeah.
and Cheetah is a grain.
Nice. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
And we said it in the beginning, but this, there used to be, weren't they called Suntory bars or Toki bars? And they were really specifically around drinking whiskey and drinking Japanese whiskey. So highballs are really ingrained in the Japanese whiskey culture. And this was primarily put out there for the Japanese market as a highball mixer. So it's supposed to mix really well and pair well with that, lime twist and that soda water or ginger ale, depending on how you at home do a highball. But
I know you got a thing for ginger.
I do. All right.
Yeah.
You want to get to it? This is very light.
It is, yeah.
One of the lightest we've done.
It smells really light.
It does.
This is actually, so it smells like a white wine.
I was just going to say that.
Yeah?
God damn you.
Hold up. You can taste mash bills. So at least if we're smelling the same things, at least
All right.
I know
All right.
I have some level of skill.
I'll give you that. But no, it does. It smells like a white wine. But it's not super complex. But it's got kind of like that white wine flavor, but then there's like a background depth to it.
Mm-hmm.
I guess is what I'm trying to say. And I think it's probably that malt coming through.
Yeah. I think given enough time, you could probably, like, sniffing it enough, you could probably pick out each individual scent. But
Yeah.
it really is. It's kind of like it's like a white grape juice or
Yeah.
like a crisp apple.
Yeah. It's light. It's airy.
Kind of reminiscent of the Open,
Yeah. And then there's a little...
which is
light.
saying something for a Japanese whiskey.
I know. I agree. I do. It's interesting, though, because it's basic on the nose, but there's a depth to it.
Yeah.
I'm ready to taste them.
Yeah, let's do it.
You?
Yeah. I can see that in a highball.
Yeah. Yeah. I do like a good highball. But yeah, no, that could definitely it's light, but it's got enough flavor in there to where I think it would contrast really well with either soda water or ginger ale.
Yeah.
There's a good sweetness in there. Not like saccharine sweetness, but like I don't know, just a fruit sweetness,
Yeah.
I guess.
Yep.
That's in there that
I feel like I'm still
I
breathing
enjoy.
it.
I am too. It's lasting longer than I thought it would.
Okay,
I
yeah.
thought it would.
I mean, relatively.
Title of your tape.
Title of your sex tape. This is another one where I thought that it was crazy to expect peppermint
Yeah.
in the tasting notes, and there's no minty coolness on this one, but there's definitely that peppermint flavor.
I would say this, like almost the spicy peppermint you get, like
Yeah, but
the
like
spicy sensation you get is
so I'm actually thinking like the little round peppermint candies that there's no spiciness to it. It's just the peppermint flavor and sugar.
yes.
Yeah, like a candy cane actually.
There you go.
So there's no mint coolness at all, but there's still that
Yeah.
sugary flavor.
I'm not picking that up. I'm gonna take another drink.
It might just be because I was looking for it, and you will be looking for it now too.
A little bit.
Yeah. It's certainly all right. So it's not as surprising as like a
Right.
Midwinter Night's Dram.
Right now. Like, I've swallowed it. It's still making its way through my olfactory senses. And there's like that little, like when you pop a peppermint in your mouth and you get, for me, it's a sensation more than an actual taste. But it's light. Man, this, when it gets to 110 degrees out here, this with an ice cube in it,
Yeah.
that would be delicious.
This one's a little spicy.
It is a little
Not-
spicy.
not heat, not-
on the finish, I think.
Yeah. Not capsaicin spicy, but like
Yeah.
spicy.
Spicy.
Yeah. Like ginger spicy.
Yeah. It's probably why it feels so good to drink. I actually really enjoy this. So this is probably 80 proof? 86 proof.
Okay.
A little bit more than I thought based on the palette. What did we pick this up for? It was fairly cheap, right?
I think it was between 40 and 50.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking cheap from a Japanese whiskey perspective because
Yeah, this is for a Japanese whiskey. I think it's still a little rich for some American wallets, but for Japanese whiskey, yeah, it's at the lower cost.
it's an
spectrum.
entry level Japanese whiskey.
Yes.
But it's not bad to sip neat. I was coming into this, I didn't know what to expect.
Just looking at it, I expected it to be really harsh
Yeah,
and actually kind of smoky,
yeah.
like just too smoky.
But yeah, if this is indicative if their entry level is this quality, it makes me want to go pick up, the Yamazaki 12 or the Hashuku or.
Well, we've seen some of our YouTube buddies, like they've tried some of the other Suntory expressions, and they
Yeah,
rate them very highly.
yeah. But man, I'm liking this a lot more than I thought I would.
Same.
Yeah.
Same.
Because I was coming into it with not a lot of expectations. I do really want. Maybe I'll do a bar card episode with the highball.
Yeah.
Because I definitely want to try it in there.
So, impressions. I think honestly, we said at the beginning, and we talked about just Japanese whiskey culture being kind of focused on the highball.
Yeah.
That's the perfect mixed drink for this. I liked it neat a lot,
I did too.
but I think it's really, really going to shine in a highball.
Yeah.
However you like to make it. I think it needs that little bit of carbonation.
Yeah, because I think that would boost the sweetness that's in there already.
Yep.
And like I said, it's not saccharine sweet. It's fruit sweet. So I think it would really pair well with that ginger spice as well if you prefer ginger ale in your highballs.
That, and I think just the citric acid from whatever
Citrus.
citrus you want to put in there. I think that's just the undertone that it needs.
Yeah.
Man, it's hard.
Nice to drink neat.
Nice to drink neat.
Yeah.
I think we nailed it.
I think we nailed it too. Comment down below. How hard did we nail it?
Consensually.
Well, yeah. I rewatched our Irish whiskey episode the other day,
Which one? The Jameson?
the Jameson
Okay,
one.
yeah.
And Ryan critiqued my fanfare.
I had your back. I
know, and I
challenged him.
appreciate that.
Yeah.
I mean, Ryan, it's okay. I appreciate,
Speaking of
constructive
which,
criticism.
Ryan, my mom is killing you on Facebook. You've got to come back, man. You can't let
Yes.
her walk all over you.
No. I mean, she doesn't need to step very far.
Hey, if you like what you've seen here today, please like and subscribe. Comment down below, especially what other drinks have you tried the Centaurian, the Toki, or any of the other Centauri expressions? We'd like to know.
Yeah, we'd like to know. Is there a Japanese whiskey you'd like to try next?
Yeah, please.
Because I want to dive deeper into Japanese whiskey.
I bet.
Yes. There's one called the Shin, which is special.
Yep.
Just the name is special.
Read the Stormlight Archive, for crying out loud.
Yes.
We've been talking about it for like 40 episodes.
Do it.
Anyway. Please like and subscribe. Follow us on Facebook and Instagram.
Check out our Discord.
Yeah, join us on Discord.
You can give us suggestions there. That's going to become more important going forward.
Yep.
As the channel kind of morphs and change over the next few months.
Yep. But, I think we're going to be leaning a little more into a podcast format with video highlights, if that works for us. But that's where the podcast, especially in the Discord, that's how we're going to invite guests, viewers like you, to join us for a couple drinks just to shoot the shit, see where it goes.
Yes.
See where it goes from there. Anyway.
You guys. No matter how you like your whiskey, that's the right way.